Welcome to the first episode of the Void Podcast. I am Tim Coors. We're actually experimenting with a different type of podcast format where we have a long podcast with different segments that we release all throughout the week, and then we release the big one at the end of the week with all the segments put together. So first, let's get into the low void. Let's introduce all of our officers before we do that.
Hello, I'm the assistant editor, Rodrigo Brandão.
I'm the director of communications, David Horn.
And I'm the multimedia specialist, Jonas Flores.
Alright, let's get into the news. So, Jack Black, he created a YouTube channel. Another actor that created it, we had Will Smith with his different YouTube channels that he created. So, let's talk about Jablinski Games. What do y'all think?
Bro, it's a YouTube channel for pro gamers, honestly. It just gets me inspired to keep gaming.
Well, you see, he is a very epic gamer, and I cannot wait for his Fortnite plays.
We gotta make sure Jablinski Games doesn't surpass PewDiePie in subscribers. My boy's killing it, so sub to PewDiePie as well as Jablinski Games.
Definitely. Two great channels to listen to content on and watch content on. So he has also been really controversial against gaming YouTubers like Ninja and Review Tech USA, among many other YouTubers, because he doesn't have actual gaming content. I mean, he has talked about doing different things like a capture card and capturing games, but he actually been going to different arcades and doing some type of gaming. What do you think of that?
Dude, someone stole his Delgado. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, he has been making different jokes about his Elgato capture card and calling it Delgado. I mean, I don't know about y'all, but it kind of sounds like he's trying to mix Elgato and Del Taco. I mean, this kind of brings us into a next news item. Baby avocados. I mean, please Shavakadu? Anyone? So, a farm in Hawaii is growing record-sized avocados that weigh as much as a newborn baby. What do y'all think about this?
Just avocado, bro.
I think that we need to go look at what these avocados are being made with and check these farmers out for what type of experiments they might be running with this conspiracy theory.
What? Avocados, they're meant to be big. You have to cradle them in your arms, Just treat them like a baby.
So, do you think the quality is as good as a normal avocado, with them being a size of a newborn baby, weighing 8 to 12 pounds?
Alright, well, avocados are just made to make guacamole, so it doesn't matter.
What do you think, Jonas?
I think it just means more guacamole, am I right, guys?
I mean, looking at it doesn't look that bad. It looks like a normal avocado, just it looks like a normal avocado, but just bigger. And he also says he donates them to a nearby medical center, kind of giving people extra food and everything who don't need it. So very, very good cause to producing these avocados. And I have been seeing them falling from a tree, and they've been getting bruised. So I don't know if they're the best quality, but
Wait. So avocados the sizes of babies that weigh 20 pounds are falling from trees?
yes, avocados just falling from the tree in Hawaii.
That sounds
guy,
dangerous.
Man, that's
This guy, he goes by the last name of Fukumitsu. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but he's been producing these, and he's been saying they've been just falling out of the trees and the pig's been eating it. But he shares some of them with his good friends, and they've been mostly falling during November.
Yeah, no.
So I think this is a very good opportunity to produce some good food, and maybe we could see more of these in the future. So on to our next news item. Japan, they have been in the news recently for having a robot hotel, and also in January 15th they've been having many layoffs of the robots because instead of creating less work for the humans, they've been creating more work. What do y'all think about this?
You know, everyone always thought that robots would take our jobs, but it seems like humans are taking the jobs of robots.
Well, Japan has a restaurant with robots, so they should try to make this hotel thing work too.
I think this is the cause of the robot uprising.
So they have different robots that have the different digital assistants such as Siri, Google Assistant, and Alexa that can answer questions about local businesses opening and closing time. One robot family named Chili could not answer these questions about the closing and opening times of different businesses, and it created a problem. So all the Chili robots supposedly got laid off, which is half of its 243 robots, because they supposedly created more problems by this. What do y'all think?
I think that these so-called cheery robots deserve better. I think they should be given a second chance, and we should blame the people who built them and not the robots themselves.
I agree.
Yup.
Okay, on to our next news item. Can eating leftover pasta be toxic? Because a student in the United States recently ate a 5-day-old pasta and passed away. And in this case comes from the YouTube channel Chubby Yimu, which provides strange medical tales. In this case, the student who was not named became ill within a half hour of consuming the pasta, suffering intestinal distress, nausea, and a headache, the medical journal reported. He decided to try to sleep off the symptoms, drinking water and not taking any medicine, or seeking medical attention. He nodded off at midnight after hours of vomiting. The next morning, he was found dead by his parents. Autopsy showed he likely died about 10 hours after eating the pasta, and his liver is completely shut down and is suffering from pancreatitis. So what happened? The student suffered from something known as fried rice syndrome. And according to Dr. Andrew Orden of the Doctors, who told Inside Edition, it's a general term for a form of food poisoning which is actually quite virulent, potentially lethal, and caused by a specific bacteria called Bacillus cereus. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but y'all can let me know in the comments down below. And so pasta can be toxic, I guess, if you leave it out for a long amount of time. I don't know why you would eat 8-day-old pasta, but I don't know why you do it.
So, on for our next topic. Alright, let's talk about the new Pokemon games, okay? Shield and Sword, is it? Yeah. Bro, it looks, from what I've seen, it looks pretty dope. With the 3 starters, I'm definitely going with what's the green guy?
Grookey?
Grookey, yeah. Yeah, that guy.
I think I'm gonna stick with Sobble, and all these Pokemon seem pretty cool. I mean, we really don't know much about them yet, but soon.
So, this definitely brings us into our next segment called Tech War. We have had our first installment last week, and it's been receiving much popularity among our viewers, so let's get into it. So, our first news item, is a new Nintendo Switch coming? What do y'all think?
Yes. It's already confirmed for a system revision. It's probably going to be like a XL or foldable
Or
mini or Nintendo Switch I, like the DS. Just something
Along those lines, right?
Yeah.
What do you think do you think this new model is going to provide extra functionality, or just be a slim down version, or a upgraded version? What do y'all think?
I think the new model will most likely be just pretty much an upgrade from what the original was, and with maybe like, I don't know, foldable, like something as David had mentioned,
Like a clamshell-like design, kind of to
Maybe.
replace a DS.
I don't know about that, but I don't know, but it's most likely just gonna be an upgrade over the old one. Hopefully maybe have more storage, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
So, speaking of Nintendo Nintendo recently delayed Metroid Prime 4. What do y'all think about this? I've been honestly really excited for this, and I was kind of disappointed after it got delayed because it's been 2 years since it's been announced. So what do y'all think about it being delayed?
I really don't know much about Metroid. I haven't played a single game, but what I can say about this is that development studios? They switched development studios.
Yes, they switched to retro.
Okay, well that's fine. If they're gonna make the game better, then I'm all for it.
What do you think? What do you think about this, Jonas?
I'm not much of a Metroid Prime or Metroid player at all. But I'd probably say that if it's gonna take longer for them to make the game, I think they're gonna take their time with it and make it better, hopefully.
Do you have anything to say about this, Rodrigo?
I agree with everything they said.
Alright, thanks. So, Animal Crossing, it has got a release date. Rumored April 19th release from different GameStops in the UK. Do you think this is going to be the confirmed date, or do you think this is just a rumor and we should just take it with a grain of salt? What do y'all think?
I mean, I really got no comment on this one, but I'll pass it on to David.
Dude, this is totally fake. We haven't seen a single thing of this game, and it's supposed to come on, what is it, almost next month now? No way, that's not gonna be happening. Not possible.
Yeah, honestly, I kind of agree, because I think if Nintendo was going to announce it in April, I think they would have announced it in the recent Nintendo Direct, which was on February 13th. So this brings us into our Nintendo Direct discussion. They announced Fire Emblem Three Houses, Mario Maker 2, and many other games, and also many remakes too. What do y'all think about the Nintendo Direct?
I really didn't see anything. I mean, I saw a couple games I wanted to get, but we didn't really talk. I mean, they didn't really mention anything about the new Smash Brothers DLC or announce a new character, which I really wanted. We also didn't see anything on Animal Crossing, so that's a shame. But at least we got a cool game called Astral Chain coming out.
What do you think about this, Jonas?
I mean, I didn't watch it myself, but I will most likely tune in to see if they announce some DLC for Smash later on. But other than that, I have no thoughts.
So what do you think?
I have no
Rodrigo?
opinions.
Alright, so this wraps up our first episode of the Void Podcast. If y'all like this comment, make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below saying you do like this on all platforms. So, y'all have a good day, and we'll see you in the next episode. Thank you.